Okay, so this is me trying to attempt what I did yesterday that didn't work out. So yesterday was really, really, really bad. I couldn't like come up with a lot of the things I'm supposed to talk about and stuff. But I covered a few things, but definitely not everything. But I want to see how what we can cover, what I can cover so far, continuing from today. So we're looking at the first week of StreamYard. So yesterday we talked about the flow of money, of liquidity from bond yields to bonds, from bond yields category to equity stocks, and from equity stocks we'll move up the flow to commodities, and from commodities to currencies, and then from currencies to crypto. And I looked at what state each of them were in currently as of December 2025. What is the economic state concerning each of this category, and how it impacts volatility, down to understanding what is the investor sentiment, global investor sentiment, which will definitely ultimately determine the flow of funds and liquidity into crypto, if crypto is going to be positive or not. All right, but that being said, this week we have a lot of activities, so I think our concentration basically just the red folders and the what's it called now? Is it orange folders? So there's like high impact activities that have like really impact on the markets. And we've got Donald Trump, which is also saying that he's going to. Trump said something about him. What would they say again? He said he's going to be making an announcement today. We don't really know what the announcement would be, but I could really just check Trump's president schedule. So let me see if Brave is gonna pop that up. And okay, I'm sharing this part of the screen now. So definitely should be able to see this. So we're looking at the Department of State's website for the United States of America. I'm looking at the public schedule for the president. Look at 2025. Okay, this is more about the secret briefing schedule, no department briefs, press briefing. But Trump actually made, I think he made put it in the X. So okay, this is for the office of the spokesperson. Let me go here. Trying to get the exact link again. It's taking me to. Okay. The White House. I'm getting the wrong links popping up, and once I'm clicking up, is not opening. Don't know why. Okay, it seems like it's loading, but it's taking a hell of a time. So let's just leave that up. Let's look at okay, it's still loading. So I think if it loads fully, we're going to go back there. But let's just look. So we've got this came out yesterday, and Monday first. Today is Tuesday. I'm beginning to experience the same thing that happened yesterday. I don't know why. Can't see the key. Okay. Let me just hope that this is going to be better. So for Tuesday, December 2nd, President hosts a cabinet meeting 11:30 a.m. in town pool call time 9 a.m. The president makes an announcement 2 p.m. So this is gonna be like in 2 hours time. So in 2 hours time, we're looking at the president Trump making an announcement. We don't know what the announcement is gonna be. It can always swing either way because we know with Trump, you can't really say, right? We can't really say. So we're looking forward to what he's gonna say and how that is gonna like in fact investor sentiment, what people are looking forward for as regards Trump and all that as well. And then let's take a look at the week, right? So yesterday we've got the ISM coming out exactly like I expected and anticipated. I talked about the ISM coming out really bad, and then we saw this literally coming out bad yesterday, and it's also like in confluence with what our projections for the dollar, right? The dollar index and what is going on right now in the global scale of things in the market. And for today, we don't really have much other than I think the most key thing we've got euro has been strong the rest of today, and besides that, we're looking at which is also aligns with like our entries and all that. Besides that, we've got a little bit of some. I think the ECB president, right? ECB is the European Central Bank. The president of the European Central Bank is speaking tomorrow. So her speech usually have an impact on the euro. But I actually feel like the speech is going to also still have like some level of positive impact on the euro because there have been a lot of positive that are coming out about the euro in the past couple of days now. And in a way, I believe it should strengthen the narrative concerning the euro. So we should still see the euro rally a little bit more and get some little bit of momentum and strength in the next coming days as well. And I think if I'm to share that tab, we've got coming. Okay, I'm sharing the tab. So this is more of this should be my intraday chart. So it's not like this is not my swing chart actually. So this is the like the intraday chart, and it's just intraday chart, and this was my projection and target for the euro from this level zone 2 weeks ago. So it hit the target yesterday, and I think I marked this level for a possible entry right now, which I did enter the trade, and I'm watching to see if it's gonna hold or not. I think that all depends on the what's it called now. It all depends on the strength of the activities in the news and what is it's all like expected. Well, I'm a little bit more positive, right? I should be more positive than negative. And we've got the dollar, which I've we've been bearish on since like when 21st of February or so, and also when I made the tweet around 26th of November, I know that as well. So the structure is definitely forming in that direction, and but I'm trying to look for the this. What am I looking for now? The I think the broader chart, not this. I think I should remove this from here. So it doesn't get me confused. Okay, so this was the swing chart I used yesterday. I used the swing chart yesterday, and this was like the major projection we gave for the month of December as a whole, right? And what we're looking at for month of December. And This was like the entry we got. Those of us in the forex trading network. I gave to them. I gave them this entry. We got in here from like 2 weeks earlier. So maybe a week or two ago. Should be a week ago, right? So we've been on this from when I shared it, and this is like a very proper inverse head and shoulders pattern, right? So if we're going to use that, I think I give like the targets range, looking at this level, looking at this level or so, and I'm saying this is not something that we're looking at just um what's it called now, days. It's going to take a couple of weeks like for a full pan out, so we're not looking at just, it could have pan out a bit beyond December. We've got like January as well, could factor all that in to all that is being said. So back to what we're looking for. Wednesday is tomorrow, so tomorrow we've got odd is the Australian dollar. We've got GDP coming out, and we want to see how that pans out. And we've got the Swiss franc, and we've got major news on the dollar. ISM services is coming, so there's a lot of data coming out right now because of the 30 days shutdown of the government. So I think it's really good. So this is that I was going to help us catch up a lot of things from the past couple of weeks, months, all the data that has been silent, like the data that has not been released for about a month. Everything is being compressed together, and that is going to happen so fast. So the fact that we're getting all this coming out like this week, what means is that we're getting compressed data. Getting the compressed data, the good side of it is from next week, the market is going to be a little bit more stable in terms of, when I mean stable, is in terms of investor sentiments will be more aligned. Investor buyers will be more set in because there's so much concrete data that's going to be available, whereby fundamentalists like myself and other forms of researchers all over the world and analysts could now bank their prospective investment or trading decisions based on all those data, right? And it's really really good because data is like, should I say, is the life of the internet, is the life of a researcher, is the life of fundamentalists, is the blood of trading, right? Without data we can't make choices, we can't really do anything, we are blank in the loop. But with data we are no longer blind, we have eyes now and we can see. We've got the Canadian, so there's a lot of activities that are going to come up within Canadian dollar and the USD as well. So we're looking at this data coming out from tomorrow. So we've got a really, really hot week. Today is a hot week. Tomorrow is going to be a hot week. Next coming set of days this week is definitely going to be a very, 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 very interesting week. That's going to be filled with a lot of opportunities. And so with that being said, let's take a look a bit on what's it called now. Let's look at Bitcoin. So I think this was when we started having like the stuff yesterday in terms of the network was just being so stupidly crazy, really really crazy that yesterday. I've got like 3 BTC charts on the on my tabs, so sometimes I'm a bit confused. Okay, so this is what we were looking at yesterday, and this was the zone we're looking at yesterday, and a little bit buy from the zone, more like a little bit of relief. It buys into and traps back into the supply area, right? Back into the supply area. It's a bit trickish one, very very trickish one, because although a couple of the 5 hours, 6 hours, 4 hours all looked a little bit on the positive side or like a rebound, the daily still looked very very extremely scary. So I've got this running, right? I've got this running, and then I think I used a very very safe zone, which was this. Yeah, so this was getting like a 2.48, but and then I had another chart as well, but this one gives like a 4 RR as well. So the same bias, the same projection, just that one target is shorter. So because here there is more like a short target, here is more risky. So if I'm looking at here and I say I want to project 106, that means I'm looking at a 1-2 coming, almost almost a 5R arrow now, right? Almost a 5R arrow, but that's not what I'm looking for. Just So here, this is like this is so usually sometimes I pattern my trades based on high risk and low risk. So the low risk gives me is where I get to risk a bigger amount of money. The high risk is where I just throw in a small amount of money. So let's say on the low risk I could be risking, let's say, $5,000 on a single trade, but on the low risk I could be risking maybe $500, like just really literally small. There's a way I teach this in the Forex Trading Network about knowing how to literally allocate what you should be allocating for as well. So if I want to like pick in terms of let's say trade positions I'm looking at for today, because we're about to enter the New York session, and I could say number one, I could still use this, right? But the only thing is I'm not really set in stone when it comes to um this kinds of what's it called now, the way this asset is behaving. So I could still use this, right, which is BTC. I could still use this there, and just it's just that it's literally very slow. You just want to see that volume and momentum come in and then really enjoy this. So I could still use this as the number one for me, and then I could use this as no, not this chart, not this chart, not this chart. I have to look for the intraday chart. So that's the wrong chart. So this is the chart. So I can also still use this, right? This is like, I think it triggered somewhere around. I slept off like when I was sleeping. I think it got triggered. I'm looking at the 4.6 are here. So I could still use this as number two. And then what could I use as my number three now? Number three now. Okay. I could use this as number three, but I don't think it's anywhere from should I say getting much into that zone yet. I could also get to use this, but the only freaky thing here is it looks like it's 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 missed the point I wanted to like really get to enter this. It missed here by a few points, and it looks like it wants to go down. But I mean, a mistrade is a mistrade, so I may not want to like get worked up over it. If it comes back to pick it, fine. If it doesn't, I'll just leave it. So I could lose that as three things, right? So I've got Bitcoin, right, number one, and I've got so maybe I just type it here as the three for today, and then we'll see how it pans out today. Then look at the other tomorrow, and then like that. So Bitcoin, it is got the Euro USD, and we've got the USD CHF as well. So more on the bead, right? The bead, and then we've got the ask. So we've got more bead, ask. So looking at the week, that's basically what I'm looking at for the week, right? And I want to see how this pans out this week. So basically for this, I've got like the same zone, but trying to manage the entries and all that, so it looks a little bit good and looks like really sweet for me to be able to capitalize on it very well and to like make some money for myself as well. I've got some other tricky ones, but I feel like sticking to just two on a single day is better. Three per day is just better. It gives you some level of clarity so you don't clogged. And then by tomorrow, if I get to come on live, I'm going to review the three of them, and then we're going to look at which of them did well, which one went bad, and then probably look at new opportunities for the new day as well. This is Tuesday, the second trading day of the week. So we've got like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 trading days in every week. And let's look out to see. Hopefully, we get good opportunities and profitable opportunities as well. So I think the only major action we are looking forward to right now is what does Donald Trump has to say today. And then by tomorrow, we're going to be looking at a lot of actions too as well. So tomorrow will be more volatile. There'll be a lot of volatility for Bitcoin and a couple of other assets. So I'm tilting towards a bullish movement, right? I'm tilting towards that level or so. And then there are definitely opportunities where one could like just capture it and stuff. Um so it is just there, right? If you're able to like know how to properly navigate the market, you could just make some money out of those wings, out of those activities that moves from one point to another point, and that saves you. That's like literally saves you and helps you if you definitely know how to do that properly for yourself as well. But overall, the bias should be what it is in terms of um, major activities, major actions. Those major activities, major actions people want. I think it's just basically more going to come as it comes, or should I say, come when it wants to come in a very huge, unexpected way as well. And one wants to take advantage of that. That helps you to be able to scoop some money as it goes, right? Based on your own playbook. So it's at the end of the day, it all boils down to what your playbook is, what you are looking forward to, and what you really want to like get out of the markets and the opportunities within the markets and all that put together. So, but that being said, I wish us an amazing day, and I'm looking forward to just hopping in. I don't have like a fixed time, right, of going live, but most likely before the New York session, I should go live because I trade basically the New York session. So, most likely I should be going live if I trade the New York session and all that put together. So, uh, with that being said, bye for now, everyone, and let's have an amazing, splendid day ahead. And tomorrow I should be live again. No fixed time, like I said, but before the New York session, most probably as well. I'm gonna review whatever we looked at the BTC Euro and CHF. We're gonna look at how they panned out between today and tomorrow. And then we're going to look out for seeing if we can get a new set of entries for tomorrow as well and make some good new money for tomorrow as well. And maybe I'm going to like also get to like identify how much I'm risking on these asset classes, and we move from there. Bye for now, everyone, and have an amazing time. And